something. They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about? Hey,
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, here, pages line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, soup solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like, bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, soup solid, fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let dummy. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for 'em and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing, like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating, why the temple? Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commanding general get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing, like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn whole ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Shoot. Test 1 2. If you can hear me loud and clear, let's type a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, type a 1 in the chat.
No sound.
Yeah, I just seen. She said, let me see. Test 1 2 1 2.
Okay, we got sound.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Black Dazzle, Shell Marie, I see you. Most High Christ. All right, let's clap it up. All right. Shalom, Israel, shalom. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the sisters. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. We are not affiliated with no other Israelite group or Christian organization, and we teach the truth according to the Bible. What is the truth according to the Bible? That blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people, God's special people. You understand? And the oppressor is the devil that same Bible speaks of. And whenever you hear us speak about God's chosen people, it's always perceived to be racist. I find it funny how Jewish people, since they've been in America, have been able to amount so much wealth, so much privilege, so much power with the belief that they are God's chosen people. And no one ever called it racist when white Jewish people believe that they're special and they're God's chosen. But the moment that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have the audacity to believe that we are God's chosen people, that we are special, all of a sudden now it's hate speech, it's racist, it's not of God, you know, that's not in the Bible. None of you ever questioned a Jewish man whether or not what he believed was in the Bible. Nobody ever does that. You know how I know? Because they do things right now that are not in the Bible, and nobody ever bat an eye to it.
Right now, you have Jewish people putting up a menorah with 9 branches. When the Bible says the menorah in the Hebrew, the menorah has 7. But the Jewish people have been able to live their lives with our identity as imposters with nobody questioning them. You understand? They got a menorah with 9 branches when the Bible said it's supposed to have 7, like this one here. And they're able to do all these things that are not in the Bible and have whatever beliefs they have because nobody questions the oppressor. But you want to question us and call us racist for believing in the Bible, for actually following and believing in the Bible. Well, we're going to show you tonight that God does have a special people. And it's not the man that you think is talking to. It's not the people that you think it's talking about. You think the Jewish man is God's chosen people because he has so much money and power and wealth. That's the proof that they're not God's chosen people. The fact that the Jewish man has the power and luxury that he has, that's proof he's not the Jew. Excuse me, he's not the real Jew. You understand? If you haven't done so already, y'all make sure you like and share the stream. If you haven't done so, make sure you like and share the stream. You understand? It takes nothing from you to hit that thumbs up, like and share the stream. I'm Precinct Officer 5000, Kazaka Ahmad. I got Precinct Officer 500, Shapat Tayak, rocking and rolling with me.
Right.
This is I.S.U.P.K, Washington, D.C. Tonight is the Tuesday night brotherhood class. And the topic of tonight's class is racism in the Bible? Is racism in the Bible? Right? And before we get started, I want to ask everybody a question. Do you think the average Jewish man would trade places with the average black man? Type in the chat. Do you think the average Jewish man would trade places with the average black man? Everybody type in the chat. Your opinion. There's no right or wrong answer. This is just what you believe, your opinion, based off of what you observe and experience in life. You understand? Go ahead, Shapa.
I once it was this one rap album where on the skit, the lady was like, all you in here, if you would trade persons with an African American, raise your hand. And I guess nobody raised their hand. And so she said, see, nobody raised their hand. That means you actually know what they're going through, and you wouldn't want to go through it yourself.
That's it. You understand? Let's see what we got in the comments. Let's see. Right? Adolphus Ladd said, hell no. Just Art and Paint, no. Maria said nope. Mario said no. Shell said no. Princess Nazam said la. Big Head 77 said absolutely not. B. Isaiah said hell no. Black Dazzle said no. Young man Darius said Salaki said, but hell no. They look at us as the problem. Just Art and Paint said no. The Jewish people have a fear of being poor. Young man Darius said Salaki said, but no, they look at us as the problem in today's world. That's right. Ida Yana said no. You understand? All you have to do is ask. Although there is no right or wrong answer, there is an answer that is more realistic than the other. You ask the average Jewish man, would he trade places with the average black man or the average Hispanic man? And the answer is going to be no. You see, you have this idea, young man Kev said, la. You have this idea in your mind that everybody wants to be us just because they listen to our music and do our dances. You have this weird notion in your mind that they want to be us just because they get lip injections and tan skin and they want to get their hair like ours. Nobody wants to be us. I hope you understand that. Nobody wants to live your life. Nobody wants to be you. Nobody. Nobody would dare trade places with you. Your life is a tragedy. Your life is if you were to write a book about your life, you could write a best-selling novel or a blockbusting movie. Your life is what tragedies are made of. Your life is a lifetime story. You understand? Women would watch your movie and cry. You know, women love to cry in movies. They will watch your movie and they will cry because it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so different than everybody else's. And everybody knows it. Like Officer Shapat said, if anybody says no, that's the proof that they understand that we are not all equal. We are not all the same. We are not all living the same experience. We are not all living in the same world. But then you want to act like now when we go into the Bible and says and read the scripture that says the Lord has put a people above another people, then you want to tell us that BS, that we're all the same. We're all equal. We're all God's children. Nigga didn't trade places with us then. If we all equal and we all the same, let's trade places. Let me be a Jewish man for one day, and you come be a nigga in the ghetto for one day. If we're all equal, it should be the same experience, right? We all the same. We all God's children. You should have no problem switching places. You know what will happen? There's a famous movie that literally is called Trading Places.
Right.
Eddie Murphy, Shalom Arawadi, I see you. Shalom Akira. Eddie Murphy, this movie came out in the late 80s or early 90s. You understand? And it's Eddie Murphy being a homeless black man in New York. And he trades places with a rich white man in New York that was a stockbroker. You understand? Right. You understand? And you get to see they lived in two completely different worlds. And guess what? The white man was getting ready to kill himself. You understand? He couldn't cut it. He couldn't live as a black man lives. He couldn't survive. You keep that in mind when they tell you we're all equal. They could never walk in your shoes. They could never grow up in the family you grew up in, with the parents you grew up with, or the siblings and cousins and grandmothers and grandfathers that you grew up with the food that you had to eat or the food that you didn't eat. You understand? Warming up water to go take a bath. Type of 1 in the chat if you ever had to warm up water in a damn pot and carry it upstairs to the bathtub. Type of 2 if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Type of 1 if you ever had to warm up, you had to boil water, you understand, on a damn pot, and you had to carry it, you understand, to the damn bathroom and pour it in the damn bathtub. I see there's a lot of 1s, unfortunately. That's a lot of 1s. You know that's not normal, right? Look at all these 1s. Look. Look at all these 1s, brother. Spot, if you could, give me Hosea 4 and 6. Shapat got a 1, Adolphus Last, Big Head, 77, Princess Nazam, Young Man Darius, Young Man Kev, Shell, Shapala, Mario, Maria. She said, that's how my brother burned himself because he was the oldest. See? Black Dazzle. Akira said, I know what you're talking about, but I ain't have to do that. Salakia. No, don't say Salakia. That's what, okay, Akira, that's normal. You understand? You don't have to apologize for being fortunate enough for living a normal, as having some semblance of normality. Right. You understand? Princess Nazam said had to ask the neighbor to boil on a few occasions because gas was off. Run said 1. He had to experience it as well. Go ahead, Shapat.
That's because the gas is off, but sometimes the water was off. You know what I'm saying? You had to go buy water or get it from somewhere else, and you had to, when you use the bathroom, you had to pour the water in the toilet so flush.
Yep.
I was about to put 1 plus 1.
Yeah, listen, brother. The fact that we all know about that, and that's not normal. You ask that same question to Chinese people. You ask that same question. Oh, Wadi said he know about it. You ask that same question to Arabs over here in the United States. You ask that same question to the white man, to Jewish people. Brother, they would look at you like you had 2 heads. What do you mean boil water for a bath? What do you mean? The water comes out hot right there. Why are you putting water in the pot and doing that? Your life is not normal. And you have become so desensitized to how abnormal life is. Commander General Yahanna said this years ago, and it stuck with me. The children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, our ability to adapt is a superpower and it's a curse. Because we are so good at adapting to situations that we can survive wherever you put us. Wherever you put us, we can survive. Situations that no one else could ever survive, we can survive. At the same time, because we're so good at adapting, we get used to things that we should never get used to.
Right.
We make normal things that should have never been normal. Child molestation in our communities, within our families, it's not normal. And everybody in this chat, I'm almost certain I could put some money on this. Everybody in this chat knows about a family member that was touched. If it wasn't you yourself. Everybody in this family, everybody in the chat knows about a family member that was either touched or a family member that is the one doing the touching. Almost everybody. That's how normal that is. And guess what? Nobody calls the police. Nobody gets rid of the child molester. Nobody protects the molested. We are so good at adapting that we've allowed evil and dysfunction to be the norm. Instead of looking at these things and saying, that's not normal and that has to be put away from us. It has to end. It has to stop. Drug addiction. Almost all of us in the chat have a family member that is a drug addict or a drug dealer. And nobody calls the police on the drug dealer. Nobody turns in the drug dealer. You understand? It's just normal. Many of you got neighborhoods where you see people dealing drugs as you walking into your apartment building. You watching drug transactions happen in plain sight as you walking into your house or walking into your apartment building. And what do? You keep walking like it's normal. You mind your business. Homosexuality and lesbianism. Now Esau, he's pushing hard to make this normal. You understand? There's a little pushback with this one right here. Yeah, please, the water supply. It's a little pushback with this, the water priest. But they fighting tooth and nail to make this normal. You understand? You sisters are leading the charge in this one right here. You have tried to make homosexuality normal. You look at most groups of black women and ask them, do they have a gay male best friend? And almost every black female group has a gay male best friend. As if it's normal. It's not normal for a man to put on the attire of a woman and to act like he's a woman. It's not normal for a woman to, you ask most black men have a stud, a lesbian female friend within the group. It's not normal for a woman to put on the attire and act like she's a man. We've made things that are not normal, that are wicked, we've made it normal. And because of that, we don't recognize how far off and how destroyed we are. And that's why the Lord gave us the greatest set of records on the face of the earth to remind you how far off you go. To remind you if you're on the path, to remind you if you're right or you're wrong. The Lord gave us the Bible to tell us what exactly is happening and what should be happening. You understand? If you could, Shapat, let's read what you got.
Oh, God. So the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
The Bible says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. The most two important words in this scripture is my people. And people skip over that as if it means nothing. The word my is a possessive pronoun. It indicates possession. There are a people that belong to God. If the Lord is saying my people, the Lord is telling you all people are not his people. That's right, Nazam. It's possessive. If there are people that belong to the Lord, there are also people that do not belong to the Lord. Because when you make a choice, when you choose something, simultaneously you exclude everything else you did not choose. So if the Lord chose a people to be his people, that's telling you everybody is not God's people. We are not all God's children. We are not all God's people. Just because the Lord created us all does not mean that he chose us all. Of course, if you don't believe me, we're going to get that scripture for you in just a second. I'm going to show it to you in the Bible that you claim to follow, that you thought you knew about, and come to find out you knew nothing about the God of the Bible. You knew nothing about what's written in this book. Go ahead, Shapai.
Stop. I would think the Lord is racist for saying that.
Right? You understand? And that what they would call anybody that would choose and exclude somebody else. That's what you call us today. To choose one people and exclude another people, you would call that racist. The Lord said he decides who he will have mercy on. You understand? So now the scripture says, my people. So now that we established all people are not God's people, we have to establish now, well, who are God's people? My people, my people. You're going to hear that all throughout the Bible. You understand? The scripture says, my people are destroyed. So here's one of the first ways you can look to find out who God's people are. It's giving you the attributes, the characteristics of what God's people, the conditions of what God's people would be in. The scripture says the Lord's people would be destroyed. The Lord's people wouldn't own Hollywood. They wouldn't own the Diamond District. They wouldn't own all the media companies. You understand? They wouldn't be allied with the most powerful nation to send them weapons and money for their military budget. The Bible said God's chosen people would be destroyed. You understand? They wouldn't be the landlords. They would be the tenants living in slums. Shalom, I.S.U.P.K. You want to find out who God's people are, all you have to do is look around and ask yourself, who are the people that are associated with being destroyed? Let's do it. Let's do a test. I did this before. Let's play a little game. I'm going to name some things that are synonymous with negativity, being destroyed. And I want everybody to honestly answer. Let's do it fast, right? Y'all know I love class participation. I try to treat y'all like we all right here in class together. You understand? When you think of a drug dealer, close your eyes. When you think of a drug dealer, what is the race of the person you picture? Type it in the chat quick. And don't try to change what you're thinking. Don't do that. Be honest. When you close your eyes and you picture a drug dealer, what race do you picture? It's the first image that comes to your mind. Go ahead, Shapai.
Some Hispanic somewhere.
You said some Hispanic somewhere?
Yeah, because when I think of drug dealer, I think of like a big drug dealer, like that successful.
I got you.
That would be a Latino somewhere. That's
Okay. Right. Hold up. Let's see what we got. Shapala said black. Yahanna said black. Princess Nizam said Israel, which is black, Hispanic, or Native American. Young man Kev said black. Adolphus Laz said black. Maria said black, but selling to white, to be honest. Big Head 77 said black. Mario said Spanish. You understand? Awawadi said black man. Shalom Yakwa. Now, everybody that's in the chat is black. I hope y'all know that. There are no white people in the chat. These aren't white people's answers. These are answers from blacks and Hispanics. And in your own minds, when you picture a drug dealer, you picture somebody that looks like you. When you picture, let's go to the next one. When you picture baby mama drama in single family homes, what race of people do you think of first? When you think of baby mama drama and single parent homes, what race of people do you think of first? Go ahead, Shapa.
I want straight black on this one.
She said black on this one. I understand. Young man Darius said black. Princess Nazam said Israel. Black, Hispanic, or Native American. Adolphus Laz said black. Yahanna said black. Akira said black. Maria said Spanish. Young man Darius said black. Big Head 77 black. Young man Kev, Black Dazzle said black. Mario said Spanish. Natazak said Colombian. Or Wadi said black. You see that? Do you know these are responses from black and Hispanics? You understand? Now, keep in mind, Ois said Spanish. Keep in mind, if we were to ask this question to a group of white people and they all answered black or Hispanic, wouldn't you feel like that was racist? If we were to ask these same questions to a room full of white people and you asked them, who do you picture being a drug dealer? And they all said black, you would look at them like, nigga, that's racist. That's racist. If you ask them, who do you picture when you think of baby mama drama and single parent homes, and all the white people said black or Hispanic, you would look at them like that's racist. When in even your own minds, you picture yourself, people that look like you, for things that are negative, things that indicate you have been destroyed. I ain't got to keep going about this. Of course, you all can you can see for yourselves. If I were to keep going with this, it would be the same thing across the board. We are the people that everybody knows is destroyed. We are the face of being destroyed. We are the face of poverty. We are the face of drug addiction and selling drugs. We are the face of single parent homes. We are the face of child abuse and molestation and rape. We are the face of crime-riddled neighborhoods. We are the face of being malnourished and food stamps and brother, whatever you want to name that's negative. We are the face of it. And here's the crazy part. They'll try to lie to you as if we suffer it more. When statistically, a lot of these things, there are other races of people that suffer in comparable numbers. But somehow we are the ones that are associated, meaning it's attached to us. This is who we are. It's attached to us. Black men are violent. Black men aggressive. You got to clutch your purse when a black man's around. You gotta watch your back. Black women are overly sexualized. Every black woman loves to just have sex with a lot of men. Every Hispanic woman is overly sexualized. We get associated with these labels, and we have to wear these labels. We are the people that are destroyed, and it's associated with us. It follows us wherever we go. Go ahead, Shapak.
I made two things real quick. It's so we're not the only people that look at us as things that are not normal and being destroyed and being the face of pain. You know what I'm saying? Is it normal and accepted? You know what I'm saying? It's so much that other races of people, when they have a cause, usually you'll find one of us being the face of their movement or right in front of the crowd, talking to the crowd in their movements and in their causes. You see what I'm saying? Because we're the face of pain and the face of destruction and adversity. You know,
that's right. And what you said is so heavy, Shapat. Look at every protest. You understand? You want to see this. This is the proof. There's a reason why other races of people always try to get black people to rally with their cause. Because if black people don't stamp your suffering, you're not really suffering. You have to have blacks and Hispanics in your protest, in your cause, for it to be credible. Imagine you had a protest with just white people talking about we're suffering, we're suffering, we're suffering. Nobody would take it serious. But you put a black or Hispanic in front of those white people saying we're suffering, we're suffering. That cause now has credibility because that black person or that Hispanic, they're the face of suffering. They're the face of oppression, of being oppressed. So surely now this cause has credibility because if they say it's suffering, then it has to be suffering. And the Jewish man, he understood that better than anybody. When the Jewish people immigrated to America, they closely attached themselves to the black community. They attached themselves to the black community very closely. There's a documentary on YouTube I would tell all of you to watch. It's an excellent documentary. It's called Hollywoodism. You understand? It's about 2 hours long. It's excellent. You understand? It's on YouTube. It's called Hollywoodism. You should watch it. It talks about how the Jewish people literally built Hollywood and created Hollywood. And they built it off of black people, off of black people's suffering, black people's music, black people entertainment. They attached themselves to us, and they mainly are suffering. And that's how they were able to now wiggle their way into spaces that they normally wouldn't have been in, by attaching themselves to our suffering and struggle. The Jewish man has never suffered or struggled compared to blacks and Hispanics. Right. That's never happened. Go ahead, Shapar.
Started by me, and I believe that same documentary, in building Hollywood, they created the American dream, not regular redneck Americans. The Jewish man created the American dream.
That's right. And young man K said he saw it, so the brother saw it. You understand? In the documentary, they tell you that Jewish people looked at black people that were able to rise up in America as the epitome of the American dream. Why? Because if a black person can rise up, that means anybody can rise up, because black people are the lowest on the totem pole. And so when they thought of the American dream, they thought of what it was like to see the very few black entertainers or musicians that were able to rise up. Because the Jewish people saying like these people came from slaves and they were able to rise up to where they are now. That's the American dream. That's what we want. We relate to that. They've never suffered that. The Bible says, my people are destroyed. You understand? You want to know who God's people are? Look at the people that are destroyed. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now, here's the part that we need. Why are we destroyed? Read that again, please.
Oh, God said, look at Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
We are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. What is this knowledge talking about? This is not talking about we don't go and get enough college degrees. Forget about it. Black women, you got all the damn degrees. You got all the degrees. You outperform any other demographic in America when it comes to being college educated. It's not because we don't finish high school enough. White people drop out of high school more than any demographic. We got diplomas. It's not because we're not financially literate. There's so many, every time I turn around, there's somebody offering a financial literacy course, trying to get my $250. You understand? To teach me about whatever the hell I need to learn about finances and Bitcoin. That's not what we're missing. That's not the knowledge we're missing. We're missing the one thing that nobody ever talks about in their movement. Name me one black movement that centered it around the Bible. You understand? Tell me. Name me one black movement in America where it was that was considered radical or revolutionary, that was truly centered around the Bible. None. You can't. The Black Panthers was not centered around the Bible. The Black Panthers was centered around communism. You understand? Communism, and then, the Nation of Islam in the 60s and 70s, when they were real militant, was centered around Islam. Marcus Garvey's movement was centered around what? Pan-Africanism. Every so-called radical movement that black people like to talk about and as the example of what we should do, the Bible was nowhere to be talked about. It was brought up nowhere, and that's why each one of them failed. They failed. The one thing that we have not tried is the Bible. The knowledge in the Bible is the answer to our problems. You've been trying to do things with everybody else's philosophy, everybody else's religion, everybody else's belief and tactics. And I see a lot of you cats, you think you so tough and smart and intelligent, and you reading the art of war. Excuse me, not the art of war. What is that? I'm getting confused. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. You understand? And you reading the 48 Laws of Power. You understand? And you reading books about dark manipulation, and you think you so intelligent and intellectual, and you reading all these books about how you can get over and become, rise up and to what? To no avail. We keep trying everybody's philosophies and their ideas and their tactics. It doesn't work. We have a blueprint on how to do it. We have the blueprint. And what's so sad is we have the only blueprint that works. Every revolution in the past of any race of people eventually failed. America is the proof. Those colonists, the founding fathers of America, that was a revolution. That's called the American Revolution. And they were able to build America. And guess what? It's going to fail. Our revolution, according to the Bible, it's a revolution. When done properly, it will never fail. And the proof is right now, 2,000 years later, we are still talking about the very man that held on to it, that lived it. 2,000 years later, do you think they're going to be talking about America 2,000 years from now? No. When I say talking about America, meaning not in the context of history. Do you think there are going to be patriots, American patriots, 2,000 years from now? They're not. There's not going to be American patriots 2,000 years from now. The same way there are not Roman gladiators right now. The same way there are not Egyptian pharaohs right now. There are, however, followers of Christ 2,000 years later right now. There's a whole school worldwide that are followers of a man that was murdered 2,000 years ago. If you can't open your eyes and realize this is the one thing that works, and it's the only thing that's going to last. They killed the leader of our revolution. And here we are. They killed the leader of the Black Panthers revolution, and the Black Panther Party turned into chaos. They got rid of Marcus Garvey. That movement fell apart. They got rid of Brother Polite. You don't hear nothing about the conscious community no more. Nature Boy, you hear nothing about that nonsense. Any black movement that is not centered around the Bible, it's going to fail. The Lord gave us the blueprint, but the sad part is we reject that knowledge. We reject the thing that is going to fix us. The most radical thing that exists. Let me help you. You are not radical if you are not coming out the Bible. Don't be, and this is for our people, because you are so carnal. You look at things and you think it's real militant and radical. If they are not coming out of this Bible, there is nothing radical about what they're doing. Lining up and marching in purple is not revolutionary or radical. Marching with everybody going to get AR-15s and 2 pistols on your side, and you marching, talking about you the NFAC. That's not radical. I remember when that happened, brother, and black people were so happy and amazed about black people lining up in all black with guns, as if this was going to do anything. You are so carnal that you don't know what real revolution looks like. You don't know what that looks like. You couldn't even decipher it if it was right in front of you. You know what's radical? For black men, black women, Hispanic men and women, Native American men and women to say, I will never love the people that destroyed me. That's radical. I will never get high because this is what the oppressor wants me to do. I will never sell the oppressor's drugs. That's radical. As a man, I will never lie down with another man. As a woman, I will never lie down with another woman. That's radical. Sex is marriage. And when I have sex with somebody, I'm going to stay with them for life. That's radical. I'll never eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. That's radical. You don't understand what the hell you're looking at, man. The UPK is radical. You understand? Righteous radicalism. And that's what the Bible is about. That's what Christ was about. They call Christ a dangerous fanatic revolutionary. That's what they call Christ. Christ was not somebody that did the things of society. He did things that society would look at as that's not normal. You know what's radical? I'll tell you what's radical. A brother having a rib and he loves another woman, and instead of getting rid of the first rib to get the next one, he says, I love her and I love her. And I'm keeping both. And if I love another one, guess what? I'm going to love all three of you. That's radical. You know, it's radical for a sister to be married to a man. And that man gets another woman and she says, this is the man that I laid down with. This is the man that I chose. I'm married to this man and I'm staying right here. Y'all don't know what real revolution looks like. You so carnal that you're amused and amazed by niggas with guns walking down the street. That's not how our salvation is going to happen. Our salvation comes from us abstaining from the culture and the knowledge of this place, abstaining from the ways of our oppressor. And it's not hard to do. You know how you want to start? If you're watching this right now, I'm going to find out how radical and revolutionary you really are when it's time for Christmas time. When it's time for you to go out and buy those gifts, don't do it. When it's time for you to go get a Christmas tree, don't do it. We'll see how radical and revolutionary you are. I guarantee you, every last one of them Negroes that dressed in all black with guns, or every last one of them homosexuals that was marching in purple, are going to celebrate Christmas. You understand? They're going to celebrate Christmas. They're going to find a way to partake in this society's culture. You're not a radical nigga. You're a slave. You're a slave with a big imagination. You're no different than when kids used to play cowboys and Indians, cops and robbers. You're playing pretend. You're playing pretend. There are men and women that are for real, that live this for real. Read what you got. Where we at? We at Hosea 4:6. Let's drop that. Give me Amos chapter 3, verse 2. If you have any questions, type your questions in the chat. Whatever questions you may have, type your questions in the chat. If y'all haven't done so already, y'all make sure y'all like and share the stream. Like and share the stream. It takes nothing from you to hit that thumbs up. Share the stream, share the class. Many of us have family members and friends that are buying Christmas gifts right now. You should let them know you are not allowed to do that. That is a sin. It's an absolute sin to celebrate Christmas, and Christmas has nothing to do with Christ. Right. I'll be going into that next week. You understand? Christmas has nothing to do with Christ. Christians always talk about we got to put Christ back in Christmas. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. And your religion breeds idiocracy. How can you put Christ back in Christmas when Christmas was celebrated before Christ? At some point, you have to, grow up. At some point. Right? What we got? Read what you got, please, Shapa.
Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
This right here, the Lord is saying, you only have I known out of all the families of the earth. Here's what you fail to realize. Go ahead, Shapa. I'll let you go first.
I would say that's another, it sounds like racist statement to me.
Yep. According to this society, the Most High is racist. How can the Lord look at all these people, red and yellow, black and white? I thought they were all precious in his sight. And you say, I only love them. I only know them. Imagine how evil that is. Imagine they got a song in the church. They sing, Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world, right? Imagine Jesus Christ standing before all the children of the world. And he looks towards these children right here. He singles out one group of children based off of race. And he says, I only love these children. Brother, the world will go crazy. That can't make sense. How dare Jesus only love one race of children? How dare he exclude everybody else? How dare him say he only cares for these children? Well, it's because Christ followed the Most High. And the Most High said, I only know one family out of all the families of the earth. Your family is your race. That's what your family is, your race. And it's very spiritual that Black and Hispanic people, what do we call each other? What do we call each other, Blacks and Hispanics? Let me see. Let me see if they get it online. It's spiritual. We do a lot of things, brother, that's spiritual that we don't realize. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, what do we call each other? I'm talking about strangers. You may have never met them, but what do we call each other? You've seen this a lot back in the 60s and 70s. You kind of don't see it no more as much. It's coming back, though. That's right. Adolphus last brothers. Black Dazzle, brother and sister. SHALAM. Cousin. Hermano. Carnal. Primo. Brother. Cousin. That's our culture. That's right. Young man Darius, brother. Black Dazzle said cousin. Shapala said brother and sister. Aura White said brother. Young man Kev, fam. What's up, family? What's up, fam? What's up, blood? That's right, young man Kev. You knocking all of them out the park, brother. This brother is an Israelite. He's a nigga's nigga like myself. That's right. Akira, some form of family. The way we speak and address each other is as if we're family. What's up, fam? What's up, kinfolk? What's up, blood? What's up, cuz? You know, I ain't talking about no gang stuff either. You understand? I'm talking about before the gangs. That's how we address each other. What's up, carnal? Somebody that speaks Spanish. What does carnal mean in Spanish? What's up, carnal? What does that mean in Spanish? Anybody in the chat that speaks Spanish? What does carnal mean? Let me get somebody to speak Spanish. Go ahead, Shapap.
I don't speak Spanish, but I would look at the root of it and say flesh. Like
right.
Flesh and blood.
Okay. Let's see. I know we got somebody in here that speaks Spanish. You got to have at least one. Mario said, brother. You understand? It's the same thing. When you go into, of course, the Latin, the root, which what Spanish and English comes from, Maria said, brother. Carnal comes from carne. Carne, like Officer Shapat said, means meat or flesh. You are calling somebody your flesh. Where else did you hear that at? In the Bible.
Right.
Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. We are the people this Bible is talking about. So when you hear the word family, it's talking about your race. You'll say, what's up, bro? What's up, sis? That's in the Bible. That's who we are. We've always been the same people. And the Lord is saying he only chose this family. He only knows this family. This is the God of the Bible. Read that from the top, please. Shapar, tell them where you at so they can know we're not making this up. We didn't write this. This existed before we were even thought of. This was here. Thousands of years. The reason why this is the first time you're hearing it is because for just as long you have had people lying on the Bible, lying about God, lying about our King Christ. The UPK is here to set the record straight. Please read it again.
Oh God, sir. Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
You only have I known, brother. That's such a beautiful scripture. You only have I known out of all the families of the earth, meaning there are many races of people. 18 families to be exact. 18, you understand, according to the Bible. And the Lord said, out of these, all the races that he created, he only knows this one. He only chose this one. Just like if you're a potter, you can make a bunch of cups or a bunch of vases or a bunch of plates. And you can choose to only use one set in your house. What I'm saying is not far-fetched. How many of you have two? I ain't gonna ask that. There's some of you that have two different sets of plates and bowls. You understand? Some of you may be like, this nigga living fancy. Salakian. You understand? Some of you have two different sets of plates and bowls. You know, so you might have a set that go together, and then you got another set that you keep in the cabinets.
Oh.
You understand? You just keeping the cabinets put up. It's up to you to decide which one you choose to put on the table. That's your choice. You bought both of them. Both of them you bought. And you have the right to decide, I choose this one to put on the table. This is the one I want on the table. And the other one can stay in the cabinet. That's your choice. You understand? The Lord, he created all the families, and he decided to choose one family. That's what he decided to do. He only knows one family. You understand? Soldier Up said, just because you're chosen doesn't mean you chose up. Camp niggas mad funny doctrine. You got to learn how to type, Soldier Up. You understand? That's just taking the community college class. They have English classes to help you sharpen up on how to type. You understand? Just look up a local community college in your area. They can get you right up tight on, on how to text and type. You understand? In the meantime, retype that so I can halfway understand what you're trying to say. Right? Where we at?
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, will I punish you for all your iniquities. Anybody that has children, you understand this very well. Anybody that has children understands this very well. When you go to the park and you let your kids go out and play, you don't punish all the kids when the kids are acting up. You don't do that. I know you want to believe that you do that. You're lying to yourself. Stop lying. You don't go out there and whoop all the kids. If the kids start acting up, you whoop your children. You grab your children, you separate them, and you discipline, you chastise your own children. That's what you do. Every parent knows exactly what I'm talking about. I remember growing up, type of one in the chat if you ever had this speech. Growing up, and you was getting ready to go somewhere, getting ready to go out or to a sleepover or go to a party, like a little kids party, or go somewhere, outside of the house. And your parents or whoever your guardian is tell you, I don't care what them other kids is out there doing. You don't do that. I don't care how long they stay out there. You get in here before them lights come on, the street lights come on. I don't care how them other kids talk. You better not be out there cussing. I don't care about what they do and this and that. You better not do it. That's a parent. That's what a parent does. Soldier Up said, very sharp. I just see through the regurgitated doctrine y'all repeating. Madness won't save anyone further. Won't save anyone, only further their madness. That one was better. What's his name? Soldier Up, you did a little bit better. You missing a couple commas there. You understand? You come in here, I'll tutor you, man, on how to type. You understand? You come in here and shut up. I'll teach you how to write a sentence. You're missing a few commas, but I can address what you're talking about. So now you said regurgitated doctrine, repeating madness won't save anyone further from their madness. So, Soldier Up, what should we be saying to save us?
Right.
If what we're saying is regurgitated madness, what should we be saying, Soldier Up? Tell us, oh wise one. Oh wise one that doesn't know what a comma is and a period is. You tell us. Go ahead, Shapai.
I mean, 10 times out of 10, he about to regurgitate something he read from some white person.
Oh, forget about it. I wouldn't even give him that credit of reading anything. He about to regurgitate something that he watched. He doesn't sound like the type of cat that reads. Reading? What's that? That's for suckers. You understand? He don't sound like the type of cat that would read. Look at all the ones in here. You understand? Adolphus Last, Ida Yahanna, Mario Dominguez, Tazalaya, Akira, Shell, Young Man Kev, Young Man Darius, Black Dazzle, Arawadia, Ois, Maria. We all have had the situation where the person that loved us separated us and gave us rules to tell us you're not allowed to conduct yourself as the people that you may be around. You're not allowed to do the things that the people around you may do. That's what somebody loves you would do. They'll put parameters around you. They'll put restrictions around you. So often, many of us, we look at restrictions and boundaries and parameters as hate. You can't tell somebody how to live their life. You can't tell somebody who they can love and can't love. If I love them, you should tell them. Imagine you got a sibling or a child on crack. You're not going to tell them stop smoking crack? Come on, man. Love is correction. Love is following the commandments. And the Lord gave us the commandments. He loved us enough to give us the commandments and to punish us when we don't follow the commandments. That's why he said, I will punish you for your iniquity. Just like a good parent whoops their child when they go against their rules. That parent doesn't whoop everybody else's kids. And that's why the white man can be a drug dealer. He can be a child molester. He could be a thief. He could be a liar. And he can have the greatest nation on the face of the earth. He can live deliciously wherever he goes because he is not the Lord's people. He is not the children of the Lord. So he can do the things that you're not allowed to do. You understand? He doesn't have a parent that loves him. He's a bastard. He's an orphan. So, of course, you'll see in just a second that really him having the freedom to destroy himself is exactly what that is. Destruction. You ask any of the kids that grew up who didn't have strict parents, and they will tell you, I've had this happen to me, and it broke my heart to hear a sister that I grew up with say that she wished her mom was like my mom. She's like, yeah, she's like, y'all mama didn't let y'all do nothing. We was talking, this was a while back, and we was talking. She's like, yeah, I remember. She's like, y'all mama didn't let y'all go over here. Y'all mama didn't let y'all go over there. Y'all couldn't do nothing. And we was laughing. And they got quiet for a moment. And I guess it sat in, you know, as an adult. And she said, I wish I wish my mom would have told me don't go over there. I wish my mama would have told me don't hang out with them. You know why? Because she realized that the freedom that she thought she had was just liberty to destroy herself. And that's what happened. She wished she had somebody to tell her, no, don't wear that. Don't go there. Don't say that. Don't do that. And brother, it broke my heart when I heard it. You know why? Because the children that have the structure, the children that are given the rules, what happens? What usually is the case with the children that have all the rules? What's usually the case? The kids that grow up with all the rules and grow up with structure and order, what is usually the case? Shapat?
9 times out of 10, success.
Before that, as kids, before they grow up, that's right, Black Dazzle, they want to behave like those that don't have rules. If you grow up in a household with structure and order, you hate growing up with rules. You feel like you're being robbed of a good time, of experiencing things that you should experience. Growing up having rules and order and structure, most of the time, you don't really see it for what it is. You see it as being restricted, as being controlled, and you hate me. Why you hate me? Why are you making my life miserable? That's how you view it. Meanwhile, the kids who don't have it, they wish they could trade places with you because they understand from the outside looking in, that's love. That's love. And meanwhile, here you are being loved on. Here you are given the commandments. Here you are being told what to eat and what not to eat, who to sleep with and who not to sleep with, what to say and what not to say, who you can marry and who you not can marry. And you hate God for it. You think it's hate. You think it's racism. You think it's evil. When it's love, dummy. It's love. That the Lord put restrictions and parameters and boundaries around you. And you want to be like the orphans. You a kid with a house. You a child with a loving home, a loving father. And you want to live like the kids that are orphans. Can you see the problem now? Right? Maria said they want to rebel. Right. Yaquara said they go out their way to do bad. That's right. Akira said, I know I did. I hated it. Same here. Maria said, I felt like I was in jail. Now I see why they were that way now that I have girls. Exactly. Exactly. You become a parent and it becomes very clear to you everything that was done. It's like, I see. You understand? You become mature. You grow and you can understand now there's a purpose for the things, for the rules. There's a purpose for the Lord telling you not to marry outside of your race. There's a purpose for it. And maybe one day when you grow up spiritually, you can see, oh, that is a good thing. That's wise. There's a purpose for the Lord telling you you're not allowed to get high. And maybe when you grow up, you can see, oh, there's a purpose for that. There's a reason why the Lord told you not to eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. And maybe when you grow the hell up, you can see, oh, there's a purpose for that. This Bible is a book of practical knowledge. That's what this Bible is, a book of practical knowledge. It's not a book of religion. It's not a book of bedtime stories and fables. This is a book of practical knowledge, the blueprint on how to build the greatest nation on the face of the earth and how to maintain that nation once it's built. And you want to live like the heathen. It's disgusting, man. Shapad, if you could get me Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. You understand? If you haven't done so, make sure you like and share the stream. Like and share the stream. Clearly, we got haters, y'all. Clearly, we got haters. You know what's crazy? I never experienced so much hate and disdain when I was getting high. Everybody loved me when I was getting high. Everything was, people accepted me when I was getting high. It was no problem that I walked into your function smelling like weed, eyes red. It was no problem at all. The moment I stopped getting high and I stopped taking on the customs and culture of this world, all of a sudden now, there's a problem. Should tell you something. Should tell you. That's why Christ said, be ye in the world, but not of the world. Just because you live amongst sinners, you live in a society that is turned upside down, does not mean you have to be turned upside down as well. What's the saying? They say, when in Rome, do as the Romans. To hell with that. When in Rome, do as Christ did. When in Egypt, do as Christ did. When in DC, do as Christ did. When in Chicago, when in Jamaica, when in the UK, when in LA, wherever the hell you are, do as Christ did. Don't do what the people around you do. The hell does that? What sense does that make? It's an old school phrase parents used to say. It make you feel dumb for being a follower. If such and such jump off the bridge, you gonna jump off the bridge too? You know how many times I heard that, brother? It's meant to shame you to feeling like a dummy. It's meant to make you realize, yeah, that doesn't make sense. You're right. Well, I did it because everybody was doing it. Well, such and such was doing it. Well, if such and such was jumped off the bridge, would you follow them and jump off the bridge too? That's what you got to tell yourself. Just because everybody else is getting high, just because the white man molests children, you got to molest children too? Just because Elvis Presley was into underage girls, does that mean you got to be into underage girls too, R. Kelly, P. Diddy? Just because the white man is a murderer and a gangster and he sells drugs, does that mean you got to be a murderer and a gangster and sell drugs too? You're following these heathens right into destruction. That's what you're doing. You understand? Shalom, pure truth. I see you. Your car said, that's right. Turn over them tables and stand in this truth. That's right, sis. Akira said, I said yes one time just to prove a point. I think we all did. You understand? When you want to be rebellious, you're going to say, yep, I would jump. Actually, I'm glad you asked. I think I probably would jump. Yep. You understand? Of course, we all did that. Now, I'm Shalom, I'm you. Like Dazzle said, my mom said, I don't care what everybody else does. That's right. That's right. I don't give a damn about what everybody else do. Shalom, Yapa, Shayara. Shalom. I mean, we supposed to separate from what others do. That's right, brother. That's what the Lord is calling us to do. And here's the scripture. Read what you got, please, Shapop. Tell them where you at.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 6. And the soul that burneth after, such as have familiar spirit.
Salaki, 20 and 26.
Or Salaki.
No sweat, no sweat.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy.
Stop right there. The Lord is saying to the children of Israel, you shall be holy unto me. The word holy in Hebrew is kodash, and it means to be separate. And the Lord is saying, the Most High God is saying to the children of Israel, you shall be separate unto me. The Lord is calling us away from everybody else. He is creating a division from us and everybody else. Meanwhile, you follow wicked religious leaders who try to tear down that division the Lord set up and want you to breach those walls the Lord has established and want you to hold hands with the enemy, hold hands with your oppressor, marry the people that hate you, give your love and resources to the people that God says you should never join. Samuel Manley said, you guys, the false prophets, God's going to deal with you. What exactly have I said that is false, Samuel? If we are false prophet, what falsehood have I said? Tell me that. Tell me. Help me out, Samuel. If you truly believe we're false prophets, you don't have to wait for God to deal with us. Help us. Save my soul, Manley.
Right.
Save my soul right now. Tell me, what am I saying that is wrong and false? Help. Tell me. I'll wait, Samuel. Right? What was I saying? The Lord has separated us from all the other nations. And that sounds so evil only to a person that's evil. Because if you have children, you would separate your children. You do it all the time. You always draw a distinction with your children from everybody else, everywhere. That's what a person that loves you does. The person that hates you will try to eliminate that distinction. So now you're in harm's way. And that's what the oppressor did. He got our own religious leaders to get us to join ourselves to our enemies, to further destroy us. Integration was not meant to benefit us. It was meant to harm us and benefit them, because they seen how powerful the United States government. You got to remember, Esau don't look at things how you look at things. You're emotional. The police kill one of us and you get emotional and angry for a time, and then you forget about it. You operate out of reaction. You react. You understand? That's your entire life, reacting. Esau doesn't operate like that. Esau plans. He plans, he studies, and he looks at what is going to benefit me in the end. So when they looked at the civil rights movement and what was happening when black people were boycotting these buses and we were segregated and we were building up cities all across America with just black people, you don't think they planned and seen the implication there? Black people having cities without white people being successful is the end of America. And so they thought of something so diabolical. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. They pulled us in to them to now swallow us up within their society. So now you don't see the things that we used to have. You don't see the black businesses the way you don't see black infrastructure. Go ahead, Shapa.
Like about me, you said that how the oppressor, he doesn't think emotionally. He has a whole term called collateral damage. He doesn't care what happens to anybody else as long as his objective is done. He figures if anybody is unalive or somebody loses something, something's damaged, he calls it collateral damage.
That's it. Collateral damage. Samuel Manley said, you're not the only one with the truth, false prophet. Okay. Let's just say that's true, Samuel. Who else has the truth?
Right.
Who else has the truth if we in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Yahanna? Who else has it if we're not the only ones to have it? And I want y'all to understand something. He just told on himself, and he don't even understand it. Anybody catch what Samuel said? Anybody catch how Samuel just cut himself? Hold on, Spot. I know you know, Spot. Let me see somebody in the comments. They probably ain't gonna get it. Let me see if somebody in the comments can catch on how he just cut himself in his own comment. You just said you're not the only one with the truth, false prophet. You called us false prophets. And you cut yourself, Samuel. Akira said he called you a prophet. No, not that. Not that. That's a good one, but not that. Dolphins last said truth. Black Dazzle said, yes, you're not the only one with the truth. No, I said, nobody gonna get it. Maria said, but you have the truth. And that's what it is. To say you're not the only ones with the truth,
Right,
is an admission that we, in fact, have the truth. Your beef is that you're just mad that we are making the claim that nobody else has it. That's what you're saying. Your beef is not whether or not we have the truth. Your beef is, how dare y'all say y'all the only ones with the truth? That's not right, man. We got it too. Y'all not the only ones. We got the truth too. Nuh-uh. You are admitting that we have the truth as you try to call us false prophets. You don't believe we're false prophets. You know we're not false prophets. In spirit, you told the truth. You understand? In spirit, you told the truth. We do have the truth. But here's the thing. We are the only ones with the truth. And if we're not, tell me who else has the truth. Go ahead.
right. That's Salaki. Now, I just, got in mind what I learned and seen since I've been in the truth. Like when somebody says something like that, we always just ask enough questions that the person tells on themselves. Because if you ask enough questions, the person just gonna let you know their demon or their problem or their spirit right in and there, and then we address it.
That's it. Every single time. Samuel Manley, you're mad because we have the audacity to really follow Christ.
Right.
Listen, Samuel Manley, you don't have to be a fake Israelite. You can come and be here too if you're an Israelite. Instead of you saying we're not the only ones with the truth, here's what you could do. Just get where you know the truth is. You acknowledge we have the truth. Why not just come to the place that we both agree have the truth? We know we have the truth. We know the truth is in the I.S.U.P.K. You agree. So there's a common denominator there. We both believe that here is the place of the truth. How about you come here? Now, whoever else you say has the truth, we don't agree on that. You may think that we don't. You running a risk there. You're gambling, Samuel. You're gambling. How about you come to the sure shot? Come to the place that we both agree, in fact, has the truth. Or you can keep doing whatever the hell you're doing over there, whatever. You understand? Samuel, we got a white man in the chat. I don't know if you seem like the type of cat you might hear it better from coming from a white person. There's a white man in the chat. His name is Joe D. And he said, I.S.U.P.K. is the home of the truth. There is no others. Now, Samuel, that's coming from a white man. I don't need to hear it from a white man, of course, but you seem like the type that matters to you. So if you need to hear that, there's a white man in the chat right now telling you, whoever else you with, y'all don't have the truth. The white man said so, Samuel. That's what the white man said. I guess that matter's finished. I guess that's the end of that.
Right.
Where we at?
Oh, Salaki, sir.
No sweat, please.
Look at Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people.
That's right. In your own words, everybody in your own words, type in the chat, what does the word sever mean? In your own words, type in the chat, what does the word sever mean? Ois said, brother, why people have to be punished for other people's iniquities? That's an excellent question. Shapat, can you give me Isaiah 14 and 21? All right. Adolphus Last said cut off. Thimba said to separate. Bobby Persad said to cut off. Akira said cut off. Maria said cut. Ida Yana said separate. Naimia said to split, separate. Shapala said to separate. Right. All of you are correct so far, but I see y'all missing a key part of the definition. Young man Darius says sliced. I like that word. Slice is a better word because now you're getting more into the spirit of what this is saying. Sliced is a better word. You all are correct. It is to separate. You understand? Go ahead, Shapat.
I can ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Sever is to violently or forcefully separate something.
That's right. To violently or forcefully separate. You understand? That's very important. You get in a car accident and your leg gets severed. That leg didn't come off. That leg was snatched off or sliced off, cut off. It wasn't a beautiful thing. You understand? It was violently separated. And that's what's going to happen. You can choose to separate right now in the time of grace, or you're going to separate in the time of violence when Christ returns. Christ is coming to draw a division, to bring a sword. That's what he said. I come not to bring peace, but to bring a sword. You understand? Christ is going to come and he's going to divide. He's going to separate violently. And it's going to happen through violence. You and that interracial family, and you sitting with some white people thinking this your family. And the Lord is going to separate you from those bastards. You understand? He's going to separate you from that white family or that East Indian family. Or if you're a passport bro, from that Asian Japanese family. You understand? He's going to separate you from your white friends and your African friends and all. He's going to separate you from their culture, from their ways, from their gods, from their religions. He's going to do it with violence. It would behoove you to do it now. That's what it would behoove you to do. To do it now. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen through violence, through righteous violence. Go ahead, Shapat.
If I could, sir, like in the book of Ezekiel, where it says every man should to gather together or go back to his own land, and every man who he said he'll make a man more precious than gold. Mm-hmm. That in that chapter right there, where it says how the people who are still trying to hold on, you should be thrust through if you still left out there, and all the children are gonna go through it.
That's right.
Women shall be ravished and all of that. That's severely severing you, because you're gonna start looking then like, oh, I need to stay away from other people.
That's right. You're gonna see then. You're gonna see Donald Trump. Shalom, Lisa John. I see you. You're gonna see Donald Trump get in office, and all the good white people that you try to defend, you're gonna see. Muhammad Ali said back in the 70s, of course, he was listening to the Nation of Islam, who was listening to the UPK. Muhammad Ali said, if you got a bunch of snakes, and some are poisonous and some are venomous and some aren't, are you going to open the door to try to sift through and let the snake to decide which ones are venomous or not? He said, no, you're going to close the door to all snakes. He said that 50 years ago. Muhammad Ali, an athlete. He said that's 50 years ago. You're going to find out very soon. You're going to find out very soon that you're going to have to close the door on all snakes. It doesn't make sense to try to decide which are venomous and which aren't venomous. It just makes more sense to close the door on all snakes. You understand? And the Lord told us to do it before Muhammad Ali thought to say it. The Lord told us to do it thousands of years before in the Bible. He said to be severed. You understand? Right? So Samuel Manley said, Watchman for Israel, HOI, there's a lot of camps. How dare you say home with the truth when no one got the truth? Well, here's the problem. Watchman for Israel don't have the truth. HOI doesn't have the truth. We both agree that the UPK has the truth. So I guess that's just that. You said so. Samuel Manley, I can't help you no further. I mean, I don't know if Watchmen for Israel or HOI, if they're currently having a class right now. Probably not. But, you might want to go find whatever live stream they have going on and soak up some of that truth that they got going on over there. You go ahead.
Right.
You're here. However, Samuel, I hope you understand that you're here. As you're saying somebody else has the truth, you're here. As you're calling us false prophets, you're here. Samuel, I think me and you both know the truth of the matter, and that's fine. And we'll just leave it unspoken. And you can sit here in the class and learn and shed yourself. And eventually, Samuel, you'll be in here with us. You understand? You'll be in here with us, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to laugh at how dumb you were. You understand? And we're going to be laughing at all, we're going to look back at this and laugh, Samuel. Just be quiet and keep watching. You'll get it. Go ahead, Shapat.
Slocky, I'm about to say, but whole time he just bared false witness in one statement.
Yeah, he's confused. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, Shapat.
Concept.
He's confused because he told the truth halfway. You understand? Gerson Miguel said Islam is the only truth. I'm Portuguese and Angolan. That's fine, Gerson. If you believe Islam is the truth, as a Portuguese and Angolan man, have at it. You understand? Have at it. Islam it up. Enjoy. You understand? Go make your pilgrimage. Go make your Hajj. Make sure you praying five times a day. You understand? Make sure make sure everything is allowed. Whatever you eat, make sure it's allowed, Gerson. You understand? You better be a perfect Muslim. That's fine for you and your people. However, Gerson, Islam is not for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's the truth for your people. It's not the truth for my people. You understand? So enjoy. We're going to serve our God, the God of the Bible. You understand? The God that Allah copied off of. Right. You understand? The God that Muhammad stole from. You understand? Muhammad didn't create Islam with his own ingenuity. He stole from the Jews, just like you do today. You steal from black people. You understand? Because we're the only ones with a culture that's worth copying. Right. Who the hell wants to be Portuguese? Who the hell wants to be Angolan? Who the hell wants to be Arab? Nobody. And that's what Muhammad understood. He's copied from the Jews. And he created a religion that was meant for musty desert dwellers. And it works for those desert dwellers. You understand? It's okay for them to beat their wives, according to the Quran. It's okay for them to molest boys and girls. It's okay for them to drink, even though you're not allowed to drink, but sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. So it's okay for them to lie, even though sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. It works for them. That's not for us. You understand? The Lord gave us the source, the root, the truth. And it's not found in the Quran. It's not found in Islam. Right? Go ahead, Shapak.
Slocky, if I made it, Muhammad wrote in the Quran something that is very true. If I made it.
No, we ain't gonna go there for time's sake. For time's sake, we ain't gonna go there. And now, if he says something else, we will go there. But I don't think he's going to say anything else. I think somebody sent an invite to some group, and they all coming up in here, and that's okay. Come on in. You know what I'm saying? Come on in the room. Right? All right. Where's we at? Okay, so Ois asks, why do people have to pay for other people's iniquities? Let me all ask you a question. Everybody type in the chat. Did anybody ever pay for slavery here in America? Did anybody ever pay? Was anybody ever brought to justice for slavery here in America? Type a yes or no in the chat. If you type a yes let me just wait to see. Did anybody in America ever pay for slavery? Was anybody ever brought to justice? Right? I see all the no's coming through. I see the no's. You understand? I'm waiting for the yes. If I see a yes, I don't think I will see a yes. Right? You got some more no's coming in, more no's. Hebrew Dave said, not yet. That's an excellent answer. Not yet. I hear that, brother. Right? So we got no's. I don't see any yeses. Right? That's the truth. No one has paid for slavery. No one was brought to justice for the crimes committed against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let me all ask you this. Was anyone brought to justice for the slaughtering of the Native Americans and Hispanics to get this land? Was anyone brought to justice for the slaughtering of the Native Americans and the Hispanics for the colonizers to get this land? Right? Got the no's coming in as well. More no's coming in. More no's. Right. Okay. That's what I thought. I know. Okay. We all on the same page. Right. So now, here's the problem. Crimes were committed. Heinous crimes. Terrible, unforgettable crimes. And no one paid for these crimes. The God of the Bible could not be a just God if those crimes go unanswered. It couldn't exist. The God of the Bible could not be a just God. Salaki, let me get you the precept. Right? Let me get you the precept. Hold on. Be quiet. All right. Give me 2 Thessalonians 1:6, please. In the meantime, let me read this comment. Gerson's Miguel said, but I don't believe you're talking false, but that's my religion. I'm Angolan, your people, so I will learn more on this. That's no sweat, Gerson. You understand? Like I said, you're Angolan. Islam is fine for your people. Your people can be Muslim. That's fine. My people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are Israelites, according to the Bible. Right. We're not allowed to be Muslim. We're not allowed to follow Muhammad or Allah. If it works for your people, then by all means, you understand? 1:6, please.
Look at this. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to do what?
To recompense.
Right. The word recompense means to pay back, to recompensate. To compensate means to pay. To recompensate means to pay back, to recompense. Seeing it is a righteous thing for God to pay back. Keep reading.
Oh, concept. To righteous thing for God with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
To them, tribulation, which is trouble, suffering, oppression. It's a righteous thing for the Lord to pay back the suffering, the tribulation to those that caused it. Lisa John, type your question in the chat, sis. Type your question in the chat. I'm gonna get you, right?
Let me read a question.
Give me 1 second. You got a question already? Okay, I didn't even see it. The water Shabbat, right? So now we established that nobody paid for slavery. Nobody paid for what happened to the Native Americans and Hispanics. The God of the Bible could not be a righteous God if he let those crimes, if he let that tribulation go unanswered. The beautiful thing about the Bible is he just said that he's not going to let that happen. But we have a dilemma here. How does the Lord make the people that troubled us pay when they're no longer on the earth right now? Meaning, how could anybody pay for slavery when the slave masters are dead? You see, there's a dilemma now. How can the slave masters be brought to justice when the slave masters are all dead? That's what white people will tell you. When we bring up slavery, every white person will tell you, I've never owned a slave. I've never owned a slave. I've never hung a black person. I love black people. I have black friends. I love rap music. My wife's black. I love black beans. You understand? I have black Air Force Ones, you know. So how does that work? How does it work now if God has to pay back the people that made us suffer for the crimes, but the people that did it are dead? How does that work? You understand? Well, thankfully, the Lord left us the blueprint. You understand? Thankfully, the Lord, he eliminates all confusion and he makes things very simple and plain. He told us how this works. If you could, Shapar, please, Isaiah 14 and 21.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter.
Prepare slaughter. The word slaughter means great killing. That's in the Bible. It says prepare slaughter. Get ready for great killing.
For his children.
For who?
His children.
For his children. Oh, Lord. Have mercy, Shapar. What? Prepare slaughter for the babies? Oh, no. Not the sweet babies. No, not the babies. Prepare. Read it again, Shapar. Read it again.
Prepare slaughter.
For who?
For his children.
No, not the babies. Red
For
and
his
yellow,
children.
black and white. For his children. This is not what he would teach. Ever. He wouldn't say that. He wouldn't teach that. No. He loves all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white. Unfortunately, this is not Jesus Christ. This is not the Christ of the Bible. The Christ of the Bible followed the Most High, and the Most High said, prepare slaughter for his children. Now, you would hear this coming out the Bible, and you ask yourself, what kind of God would prepare great killing for children? Don't that sound evil? Doesn't that sound evil as hell, don't it? To say, get all the kids ready to get killed, y'all. Line all the kids up. Line all the little kids up. They're getting ready to be killed. That sounds evil. That's evil to you. Here's why. You understand? Keep reading.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity, the crimes, the tribulation, the oppression, the murder, the rape, the theft, the lies of their fathers. That's how. That's how the Lord is going to pay back and make right what was done to us. The people that destroyed our people are long dead and gone. And our forefathers and foremothers went into the grave with no justice. Went into the grave knowing that they would never see justice. Could you imagine how depressing and dark that is, brother? Could you imagine your entire life is brutality, seeing your people, your family, yourself being brutalized. And you have this inkling of hope that is going to change. And as you're on your dying deathbed, you realize this won't be made right. Nobody is coming to save me. I'm going into the grave, never seeing justice. Our forefathers and foremothers went into that dirt, never even having a thought of whether or not they can get justice or not. Here's the beautiful thing. There is justice. Just because the slave masters are dead doesn't mean that the crimes go away. Go ahead, Shapar.
Locking by man is how a lot of people may look at it. Even when a man is dead and gone, you know, the grown men and women that he fathered, those are his children. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you could look at it like it's little kids, or it could be 80-year-old people, but they're the children of somebody.
Right? Or it could be literal children.
Concept.
You understand? Little 6-year-olds.
Concept.
You understand? Here's the problem. Here's the thing. Whenever we talk about this, the oppressor paying for the crimes of his forefathers, you all act like that's wrong and doesn't make sense. Here's the question I have for all of you. That's against that. What happened to all the wealth and money that those slave masters accumulated from our forefathers suffering? What happened to the land that they stole from the Native Americans and Hispanics? What happened to it? Because, of course, when you die, you don't take it with you. So what happened to the land that they stole from the Native Americans and Hispanics? What happened to the wealth that they accumulated off the backs of the black slaves? What happened to those things when they died? What happened? Did those things die with them? Did those things go away with them? What happened? Here's this. It's straightforward. You understand? Whenever anybody try to bring up why they shouldn't pay, this is such a stupid argument. You understand, Shapat?
Lucky is used today to further oppress those same children of the slaves.
That's right. It was passed down. You understand? It didn't go anywhere. All of that slave money, all of the wealth, all of the land, it didn't disappear. It didn't get buried with white slave masters. When they died, their children inherited that money. Their children inherited that wealth. Their children inherited the land. And when the children died, where did it go? Did it disappear? It didn't disappear. It didn't go with the children either. It went down to their children. And when those children died, what happened? It went down to those children. And it kept going until we get to today. The wealth, the privilege, the money, the power, the luxury, the land that these oppressors have today is directly from the theft, the murder, the rape, the deception, the crimes of their forefathers. Do not ever let a white man deceive you into believing they have what they have because of hard work, because they made all the right decisions in life, because they got it out the mud. Well, my family was poor and we started from the bottom and we had nothing. And they'll try to deceive you into believing that they have what they have today through good merit. That's a lie. Every white person today is a beneficiary of the crimes of the white people in the past. Every last one of them. So when they say, why should I pay for something that I didn't do? Because you benefit from something you didn't do. You wasn't out in them fields in the hot sun whipping them slaves. You wasn't out in them fields suffering, whipping them slaves. You know how hard work it is to whip a slave? That's hard work. It's hard work to make sure slaves don't run away. You wasn't out there with bloodhounds running through the forest with horses trying to find runaway slaves. You wasn't out there doing all the work to make sure the plantation didn't have revolts. Your forefathers were. They did all the work, but you get the benefits and you don't complain about that. So now how come when we talk about on the flip side, you have a problem with the flip side? You also didn't have any slaves. You understand? You never had a slave, but guess what? You benefit from it. And because you benefit from it, you're going to also get the flip side. You're going to pay for their crimes as well. That's justice. That's righteous justice. That's judgment. Don't try to argue me about what it says. It's the Bible. And furthermore, even if it wasn't justice, if God said it, damn it, that's just what it is. If it was evil, nigga, God said it. Oh, well. God said you're going to pay for the crimes of your forefathers. Get over it. That's what he said. But thankfully, we know that this is not evil. This is not wrong. This is true justice. The thing that you claim to be about as an American patriot. Ain't this the land of justice and freedom and liberty and law and order? You are all for law and order and justice until it's time for you to pay for the crimes of your forefathers. You're going to pay for the crimes of your forefathers. The Most High God of the Bible is going to bring judgment to you because you're a beneficiary, and that's real justice. Love it. Embrace it. Go ahead, Shapar.
Shalaki, man, made it so heavy how you say you went to how the Most High, just if you feel like it, He'll do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a precept right here that shows that even today, you doing iniquity today. Some little 6-year-old in Chicago might get gunned down by a straight bullet because you over here smoking weed or something like that. If I could.
Which one is this for time's sake?
Joshua 7:1 with a calm.
For time's sake, we can't get that one. But the one you bringing out was an excellent precept. Well, in Joshua 7:1, there was a man in Israel that committed a sin. And the Lord caused the entire nation of Israel to suffer because of that one man's sin. You don't think now that you're going to suffer from the crimes of one of your forefathers? Your whole race is going to pay for what happened.
Right.
Your whole race. I don't give a damn how much you love black people in your mind. I don't give a damn about how many black people you done slept with, how many little brown kids you push out. You understand? Or, I don't give a damn about none of it. Because the Lord doesn't give a damn about none of it. You're going to pay, man. You're going to pay. To answer the sister Lisa John's question, yes, you are allowed to cook on the Sabbath. You are absolutely allowed to cook on the Sabbath. And listen, you better cook on the Sabbath, man.
Right.
You better cook some food, man. You slaving during the whole week and you get a day off, man. Get some real food, man. Enjoy yourself. Esau, brother, he's so evil. We don't understand how there's a term called food deserts. When y'all get a chance, you look this up. They got documentaries about this. They're called food deserts. And what food deserts are is in the Black and Hispanic communities, there's a lack of access to fresh food. There is a literal lack of access to fresh, healthy food. They make it overly expensive or too far to get inconveniently. The oppressor doesn't want you to eat a good meal. The oppressor doesn't want you to take the time out to cook and enjoy yourself and have good, wholesome food. He wants you to constantly eating hot chips. Listen, nothing wrong with hot chips. I love hot chips, and I might get a bag as we leave. You understand? He wants you constantly eating hot chips. You understand? Arizona teas, Skittles, and what else we get from the gas station? Say it again.
Oh, that's like hot sauce.
Hot sauce. You understand? He constantly wants. Oh, hot sausages, right? They got the ones that's all beef. You understand? He constantly wants you to the carryouts, the water, the 5-piece wings and fries with the fried rice, brother. You know how popular that is all across America. Every Black and Hispanic community has carryouts. You understand? He constantly wants you to not be able to take the time out to just decompress and to cook and to enjoy good food. He wants you in a constant state of being a slave. He wants you in a constant state of now thinking about, okay, I gotta eat quick. You know, so I gotta just put something in my belly so I can I gotta get back on the go. He doesn't want you to be a free man. A free man cooks. A free man takes the time out to enjoy good food and to cook. And you're allowed that, man. Lisa John said, priest, is there a scripture saying there is no lighting fire? No, there is no scripture saying no lighting fire.
Right.
You understand? You are allowed to cook on the Sabbath the same way you're allowed to start your car on the Sabbath. You're allowed to turn on the lights on the Sabbath. All those things are lighting a fire. Yes, anybody that tells you you're not allowed to cook on the Sabbath, they are now also telling you you can't drive, you can't turn on the lights. It's a lot of things. I want to believe the cell phone. Nah. You understand? There's things that operate in it's nonsense, okay? You are allowed to cook on the Sabbath. The scripture says man was not created for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was created for man. Go ahead, Shapai.
That's sloppy by me. If that's the case, then the Lord told the priest that they had to have showbread to, show that the priests were eating. They were getting something from the tithes and everything. But the priests have to cook showbread on the Sabbath day, and that's in the Bible. So are the priests going against the Sabbath?
Right. You understand? What is that? Oh, that's old. He says, separated or saved. Always, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're trying to say. Right? So that's that. You're allowed to cook on the Sabbath. Enjoy yourself. Relax. Cook a good meal. You understand? It's nonsense. And the reason why people believe, anybody want to take a shot? Why do people believe you're not allowed to cook on the Sabbath? This is very simple. Why do people believe you are not allowed to cook on the Sabbath? Why? Anybody want to take a guess? Why do people believe you're not allowed to cook on the Sabbath? See if somebody get it. Nobody got the answer. I'm guilty for time's sake. The water. Young man Kev said Esau. That's right. The black dazzle, because that's what Jewish people teach. That's where it comes from. The small has. That's right, Hebrew Dave. Haran, the white man. That's where it comes from. You only believe, not saying you, Lisa John, fake Israelites believe you're not allowed to cook on the Sabbath because that is Jewish culture. It has nothing to do with the Bible. That is Jewish culture. You understand? It's Jewish culture to believe that you're not allowed to cook because of their bastardization and misunderstanding of a book that has nothing to do with these nasty people. You understand? Lisa John said, priest, a sister told me it is in the Torah, no lighting fire. Well, sister, that's where you're going wrong right there. You tell that broad to shut up. You understand? That's what you're doing. You be a good sister and tell her, shut up.
Right.
And tell her, I learned from men. First of all, if I'm going to learn anything, it's going to be from a man. More importantly, a man of the Lord. That sister that told you that, tell her, shut her mouth. Be a sister to us. You sisters, man, you got to stop letting women around you get out of order. You understand? You stop doing that. Y'all got influence around each other. Y'all know how to peer pressure each other. Tell that broad to shut her mouth. Shut up. Sis, be quiet. What? Excuse me? Why you say, sis, you out of order, sis. Just be quiet. Only men are supposed to teach. And this is why. That sister is wrong. You understand? If she says it's in the Torah, tell her to come on to the chat. Tell her to come on to the class. And next time I teach, and tell her to give me the rundown on where it says we're not allowed to cook on the Sabbath.
Right.
You understand? If since she says so, tell her to tell me that. Tell her to give me the rundown and we'll address it when she come on. Lisa John, I know you a good sister. You understand? I know you're a sincere sister. You understand? That's trying to do the right thing. Do not let people who are not sincere like you cause you to sin. Cause you to be burdened by things that are not even the law. You understand? Tell her to be quiet. You understand? Yeah, tell her to shut up, shut her mouth. You understand? And go tend to her husband if she even has one of those. Right? Make sure y'all like and share the stream. Hit that thumbs up. Share the stream. Share the classes. Lord allow, we'll be back. Doing it again. We're going to be having class tomorrow night as well. Y'all tune in 7 p.m. per usual. With that, we're going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shapat Dayak.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street under Commander General Yahanna. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are all Flemish for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. After this 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 8, verse chapter 3. I say this so much. Chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of it, every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, Feast of the Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days. Wednesday, the 25th of December, 2024, for 8 days. You find this in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. Also, the Lord's 56th annual Passover in Atlanta, Georgia on April 12th. You know what I'm saying? The whole week long of events. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you save up your money for your Passover fee when it is announced. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get all your book all your hotels, make your travel arrangements. You know, we always gonna have a ball on the Lord's Passover. You know, Salaki, my man.
Yeah, right. This year to be in Atlanta, Georgia, ATLANTAGA. That's where I stay. You understand? That's what it's gonna be. ATL. We're gonna make Atlanta straight again.
Right.
You understand? We're gonna go down there, brother. Hide the drinks, hide the women, because there's some straight men, some righteous men coming down there to take over Atlanta that whole week. You understand? Y'all get your travel arrangements in order. April 12th, we will be in Atlanta, Georgia. If you are able to, book your time off of your slave now, early. You understand? If you can't get the whole week, try to at least get, of course, the Saturday is the actual Passover. Try to get the Saturday and Sunday. You understand? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you can get that weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you good to go. That Saturday is the Passover. The Sunday is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. They go hand in hand. You understand? So if you got time off, that's what you're supposed to use that time off for. That trip to Jamaica can wait. You understand? That trip to Puerto Rico or Dubai, wherever the hell y'all trying to go, that can wait. Use that time off for the things of the Lord. It's a commandment for every Israelite, every Black, Hispanic, or Native American to attend the Passover.
Right.
The water spot. Go ahead.
Y'all the boss, sir. If your brother, remind Akhwati to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black hairband, and scarf. And with that, I say I-might-yim, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Mighty, Barak, Yahanna, Shimi, Al-Shabakata.
Yahanna, Shimi, Al-Shabakata.
Yad Yim Natah, class dismissed.
All right. Shalom, Israel. We gone.